How's everyone doing? Hope y'all are safe. Crazy stuff happening in Oklahoma with the tornadoes. 17 tornadoes on the ground last night. One car got tossed 200 yards. You know, they just can't catch a break there in Oklahoma. So what have I been doing lately? Well, I had a Facebook account for 5 years. So people kept asking me, you know, you should come on Facebook, communicate, blah blah blah. So a while back I activated my account, made contacts, added friends, added pictures, got involved in some things, and then all of a sudden, one day after posting, you know, the things that I post, I mean, let's face it and be honest, can be quite controversial, to say the least. Well, anyway, you know, me being new to Facebook and not knowing every single option and tab, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff. So anyhow, I receive a message from what I think is Facebook. It says, your account could be sending spam, and it walked me through some steps, changed my password. Well, then when I logged in, it said that I had restrictions placed on my account. Interacting with pages, which meant I was locked down to only posting on my own account. So in my hours and hours and hours and days after days after days of trying to fix this or find out what it was, or was it permanent, how long it lasts, because I didn't receive any message from Facebook at all. So I go to their help section, support, which they don't have. It's just non-existent. I mean, I sent messages to every Facebook email I could possibly find and received nothing in reply. Now, I also looked online, and there's phone numbers posted and that are supposedly Facebook support, and it's all phony. It's all fake. You know, they go to fake companies, and it's just pathetic, man. I looked online, and there's thousands and thousands of people that have had this happen to them. And if you look online, it's just one horror story after another regarding Facebook and the way they treat users. I mean, it is the most user-unfriendly website I have ever seen online. And you would think the amount of money that we generate for them, that they would have the friendliest, most helpful support of any website online. But it's the complete opposite. They've tried to implement some type of automated system, and if you go, they direct you to their help forums, and all it is a place for thousands of users to post their problems with no solutions ever given. And I was amazed when I looked online at the amount of people that have been locked out of their accounts, hacked. I mean, they make it so easy for these script kiddies to totally interrupt your Facebook account. You know, they make these pages and post things that look real, like they're coming from Facebook, and you know, that's Facebook's irresponsibility in having a secure website. You know, I had my account for 5 years, and there's thousands of other stories of people having an account for years. And so, you know, people say, well, Facebook is now a government-controlled entity to collect information on people. Have you noticed how lately Facebook is wanting more and more and more of your information? Okay, so what I finally ended up doing after spending days and weeks and absolutely getting nowhere, I deactivated that account, which in a sense is Facebook's way of closing the account. So I opened another account using a different email, but I used the same page name, and go through this nightmare of transferring friends over, all this crazy stuff. Well, that was working fine for the last 5 days or so. And then today I go to log in and it says, you need to verify this account, go through these steps. They wanted a copy of my driver's license. They actually used the term identification. They wanted me to scan my identification and send that to them. You know, and they want phone number for this verification process, man, and I'm just not comfortable doing that. And they're out of line for even asking for that type of information from someone. And then there's no way to verify if that page that's requesting the information is even a real Facebook page, because Facebook security is so weak. They make it so easy for people to fake those pages and hack into accounts and interrupt the process. So it's just been an ongoing nightmare for me, a Facebook nightmare. And you would think, like I said, the amount of money that they have made off of the users, that they would have the best, friendliest support of any website online. But for some reason, it's the exact opposite. Now, I don't know if it's because they've made so much money, they're too busy shopping to be bothered with managing a proper social networking website. Okay, now here's another aspect. It could be that I have got the attention of a Facebook admin that's totally against the truther movement or UFOs or whatever, and has taken a personal, made it personal, and is just attacking my account. But then again, without Facebook having an email help or support to where you actually contact somebody, there's no way to tell what's going on. They haven't sent me any messages. You know, I've went to their report an issue tab many times, sent them in, and I've got no reply at all, and it's been weeks now. So I'm done. I'm done. I'm just done, man. I don't have time for that nonsense. And I'm the kind of guy, when I have a problem online, I'll go to all lengths to try and fix it. And I did that with Facebook, and they do not supply any type of support. So, that adds to the possibility that the government has taken over the Facebook website, and it is now a personal information data mining website. And that's why they want you to upload your family pictures, and that's why they want you to add all that personal information. So they know who you are, they know what your family's about, So then, if you don't conform to that mold, then it seems like they single you out and get rid of you. You know, for instance, I don't post personal family pictures. I don't use my real name. You know, and I don't feel a person should be pushed into a corner and forced to have to do that. And now YouTube is going that way. They're going to force everyone over to this new format, and they keep sending me messages wanting me to change my username, you know, and they're trying to like push me in the direction of using my real name as my username, and I'm not going to do that, you know, I'm just not. They don't provide the security necessary to make that a pleasurable enough experience to put all that personal information out there. So therefore, at this point in the game and the technology, I'm not going to do that, and I would suggest that anyone else not conform to that either. I don't know what else to say, but that's where I've been. That's why there's not been many videos from me posted lately, because I've been spending all my time trying to fix this Facebook nightmare, and I'm surprised that there's not more about this in the media, because if you search online about this, there's thousands and thousands of people that have had these issues, just locked out of their account, and Facebook wanting to see your identification, actually wanted me to scan my identification and take a picture of it and send it to them. That's just insane. You know, when their website's not secure enough to even know if it's even really a real Facebook page, there's no way to validate that information, especially when they don't have a hands-on support system to where you can actually contact a real person. So it is my opinion at this point, Facebook is the worst, the very worst social networking website on the internet, and I would suggest anybody and everybody that has a Facebook account to close it immediately. That's what I would suggest. You just close any and all. And I know it's hard for people that have been on there a long time that have conformed to their little Facebook jail rules and all that BS crap. Close your account. You know, it's too bad that we don't have a social networking website such as Facebook, you know, that is freely given to the people, for the people, of the people, that does have a working, friendly support option, because there's always going to be issues. You cannot have an automated system for support when it comes to online websites, because it's computers. Computers are always going to have problems. We will never have the perfect computer system, and that is because they are built by humans, and therefore they're flawed from the very jump. You can have two computers exactly alike, same hardware, exact same software, and sit them right next to each other and turn them on, and they act totally different. Maintaining a computer system is a non-stop process of configuration. That's because it is an imperfect science. So Facebook attempting to put forth this automated system is disingenuous at best, because they know, I mean, they're computer literate enough, they know exactly what they're doing. You know, they're just trying to get away as far away from being hands-on as they possibly can. But see, then they're sitting in the background playing these little games with people, such as people like-minded, like myself, you know, and then you get one of their little admin with their panties in a bunch, and you're done, man. You're just done, because they can manipulate your account and harass you and do all these things anonymously, and there's no way to, there's no recourse for the end user. It's a very unfair system, and it is the most user-unfriendly website that I have ever encountered in my, let's see, 16, 17 years online. So, I'm done wasting my time with the Facebook nightmare. Throw in a bunch of vulgar expletives and direct them all towards that direction, and that pretty much sums it up. So I'm going to get back to doing what I do best and allot my time elsewhere. Things are crazy, man. The weather's crazy. Things happening up in space. We just had that huge asteroid just whiz by the Earth at an incredibly closeness. And as far as astronomical terms go, that was very, very close. Way too close for comfort. The sun activity is just incredible. And then you look at what's happening with the Muslims and Syria. You know, the U.S. is sending weapons to the Syrian rebels, and Russia is sending arms and weapons to the Syrian government. And now Israel's telling Russia they're going to bomb the ships that they're sending the weapons to the Syrian government. And that's just heating up and getting crazy, and who knows what's going to happen. You know, we have the hearings with Obama and Benghazi, how we were lied to. They said, oh, it happened over a YouTube video, remember that? And then Hillary Clinton falls down and bumps her head and has to go in the hospital when they were having the hearing, so she didn't have to testify. You know, that's just crazy what's coming out. And now, you know, there's still more stuff coming out about Obama's birth certificate. They still don't know who that man really is. And that's just incredible. You know, and people just don't seem to care. They're just like, oh, well, it's no big deal. Yeah, it's no big deal. He sure can talk good. It's funny, that was the thing that I clicked on today when my account went all types of crazy. All of a sudden, they want to see a picture of my identification. I clicked on something that somebody else had posted, some new information concerning President Obama's illegal posting of his birth certificate credentials. So where's it all going, man? Who really knows? You know, I don't profess to be a religious man, but I am a spiritual person. And I do believe there is a higher power greater than you and I that we can't touch and we can't see. But it's my belief that we can have a relationship with. And I am comfortable in knowing that I do have a relationship with that. And therefore, when I find myself in times of confusion, fear, that I can draw on that, and that helps tremendously. So if you are a person that finds yourself in a situation where you may have fear or discomfort, please think about who keeps the water in the river running all day and all night. Well, it's that higher power that I'm speaking of, and I don't try to identify it, because who am I? You know, I'm just a humble guy. You know, I'm no better, no worse than anybody else. You know, so I don't try to think that I can identify that and put a name on it and tell you, you know, exactly. But hopefully something I might say may steer you in the proper direction to where you can find your spiritual help. So I would leave you with that. And man, I feel sad for everybody that's been affected by the tornadoes. You know, there was that mother and daughter sucked out of their car while the father was driving, and they found them yards and yards away on the side of the road in the woods, deceased. I mean, it's just tragic, but, you know, maybe they needed 2 more angels in heaven, you know. When I see those type of stories, I try to look at it and in a positive light. I remember when my brother's baby died of sudden infant death syndrome. You know, all I could tell him was, all babies go to heaven because they have not lost their innocence. So yeah, I hope that you all are safe. Be grateful. And I will talk to you again very soon.